Are we recording?
Do you know where you are?
You are now witnessing the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour with your host, Unknown Factor, Chuckklez, the motherfucking headhunter clown, and Elmo 415.
The place of torment, pandemonium.
Where we present y'all some of the old school shit and the new school shit of horror generation.
Everything's true.
From the fucked up remakes,
God's an astronaut,
to the new shit,
Oz is over the rainbow,
the disturbing and gory films,
the Midians where the monsters live,
to the old school shit that we just love to enjoy.
and you came to die.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a bitch.
Alright, one time. So you are now witnessing the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour.
Then I'm hiding under your fucking bed.
Yeah!
Oh shit, wait. Yeah, I'm motherfucking live. No fucks given radio. I am the Unknown Factor. I pressed all the goddamn buttons, and I got fucking headhunters and fuckers looking for feet with me. Gentlemen, what's good?
Yeah, what up, though?
I'm Elmo 415. I'll eat your feet.
Now Chuckles, the motherfucking headhunter clown who keeps the heads and eats the motherfucking rest. A.K.A. Little Chucklebuckle Jr. III. Remember the name.
But you can't eat the feet. Elmo wants that.
Well, yeah, I just gave him the feet as appetizer, so I'm eating the main course.
No,
Yeah,
wait.
hey, Chuckles can keep the finger food. I'll take the toes.
You know what? Let's get into something really weird right off the bat. I'll give a fuck. So there's some badass chick, bro, and somebody gives you just her severed feet. Are you cool? Are you playing with those feet? What's up, Elmo?
If a hot chick cuts off her feet and gives them to me?
No. Somebody cuts off that hot chick's feet and gives them to you. Or even the hot chick did it and gave you her feet like that. Well, like, would you play with those feet, Elmo?
I'd probably dial 911 so people didn't think I killed her. I ain't trying to catch a murder charge. Come on, if there were severed feet around me, you think they would believe me?
No.
Well, you could hide the feet later on and say, "Sir, where's the feet at?" And say, they were gone the moment I found her in the middle of the street.
Yeah, Elmo, no, yeah, you're right though, bro, you'd be fucked. They go listen to your music and be like, "Shut the fuck up, sir, you're going to jail."
And they'll use your song "Nasty" in the court just to prove you're a crazy motherfucker.
Hey, guys.
My music would save me from the death penalty. They'd be like, he's mentally ill, we can't execute him.
I could half believe that, man. But for all you fuckers out there listening, this is the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour on No Fucks Given Radio. There's one thing I forgot to do to set up for this live feed, because you see, when you just on the radio, you ain't gotta press all these goddamn buttons and have all these shit to make it like, oh, fuck you, yo, that's what I wanted. I meant to press that, see? So now you got that there. We're gonna cover fucking Chuckle and Elmo's ugly ass faces. Only leave. Oh no, we're gonna cover part of mine too. Right? Alright, fuck it. But then we're gonna flip that back. Yeah, so I Saw the Devil. We'll be reviewing that tonight as I'm adding graphics that I should have added before the fucking show started, but my wife, it was like go live and I hadn't, and I fucking slipped it. Whatever. So that didn't get fucking added yet. Yeah, it was like 20 minutes before, but I was fucking clicking other shit and shit, promo, ladies and gentlemen, right? But I Saw the Devil. That was Elmo's selection. We're gonna get to that at the end of the fucking night. And then, what's the next movie we're gonna do? Or the movie before that? Oh, yeah.
We're gonna start with City of the Living Dead, go to Friend Request, and then I Saw the Devil last.
You guys did
not... City of the Living Dead was my choice, of course.
You guys did not buy me the amount of time that I was hoping you would buy me. You guys did that shit way too fucking quickly, okay? Alright, so like I said, Friend Request. We're gonna do that shit. Yeah, like, you guys bought me, like, no time. No time at all. What kind of bullshit was that, gentlemen?
We ruined Christmas.
You did ruin Christmas. Fucking, like, your name was Ernest and shit. You can't even save that shit proper. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look, see, yeah. But like I said, we're gonna start it off with fucking Chuckle's selection.
Yes, and it's called City of the Living Dead. Written, directed, and produced by the gore father of horror movies, Lucio Fulci.
Alright. Man, I won't. It is City of the Living Dead. I thought it is, yeah. Well, I don't know you for. You're the one that sent me the goddamn poster that has the name of the movie right the fuck on the front of it, and you didn't notice that. I just want to point that out. Shell's like, why didn't nobody tell me that? But she's the one that made the graphic that has the fucking poster that fully has the name of the movie on it. Just saying, right?
Right.
That's all. I'm just fucking saying. So this is a classic.
Yeah.
It was made in 1980, and you say this is a classic, Chuckles?
Oh yeah, it's a classic. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. It put me to sleep in 30 minutes. It
Well,
gave
that's
me
because you're not a fan of
classic
actually.
fucking
There
nap
was a
trying
lot-
to watch this shit. I'm
Well, that
sorry.
just goes to show you that Factor is not a fan of Lucio Fulci films, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, look, if you're gonna hate me for that, fucking fine. I don't give a shit. Whatever. It's a really weird reason to pick to hate me. I guarantee you could probably, if you looked into it, you could probably find a fucking better, more valid one. Besides, I don't like this motherfucker's movies. So the fuck what? I like Waterworld. Do you not? So should I punch you in the face because you don't like Waterworld? You know how often I be punching motherfuckers in the face, y'all? Shit.
And do you punch people while you're asleep?
I mean, my wife, Shell says yes. I elbowed her in the face last night.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
I don't mean to. I mean, I don't try to. Just,
Were you
I'm
trying to
sorry,
roll
man.
over to the side of the bed so quick you just elbowed her like some MMA fighter or something?
I don't know how this. We explain to me how this happened. We need an explanation of how I elbowed you in the face, the position and shit.
This is making Factor look bad.
Oh, so I just kind of rolled over and threw my bow. I just threw a bow at the wife, y'all. I'm a terrible husband. That's God damn it.
You know, we'd be able to forgive you if you had a bigger appreciation for Lucio Fulci.
Not this
Right.
particular film. Maybe a different one of his, but I don't know. Look, because let's just get into what I watched, right? So they're throwing a fucking seance. A chick fucking dies. They come in. Oh yeah, fucking what'd she OD on? What'd you guys have? You guys have cocaine, the reefer.
You got some
first
grass?
off-
You on cocaine?
Yeah, first off, don't nobody fucking OD from grass. Right the fuck there. So I'm in part like this film's retarded. Right there. Like you just talked about somebody ODing from fucking cannabis. Shut the fuck
Well, it
up.
was illegal back then.
I don't give a shit. You still like that's like how the fuck could you look? There are people that had OD'd from all those other things. Nobody else had ever actually OD'd from.
No
cannabis.
one's ever died from
Like,
weed. Just to let
exactly.
people know.
So what kind of fucking idiot are you to state that? In
Unless you put a bunch
context?
of
That's just
in
my
it.
opinion. Right, and then she gets fucking buried, and some dude barely fucking hears her, and then almost fucking kills her, getting her out of the casket, and that's pretty much when I faded out. I'm like, this shit.
No, before that, the fucking grave diggers were fucking terrible at their job more
Oh
than
yeah.
the fucking cops.
Well, I guess it's kind of a good thing though.
Because first, they were eating their lunch over a dead corpse, and then started dusting off the skull, and then barely burying the chick that died in the seance, like halfway through. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Now beyond that point, and that dumbass almost killing her by using a pickaxe. Like, why was he using a pickaxe too? Like, that was a terror. Like, he really didn't think that shit through.
Oh, you
I
didn't
could
know,
see
'cause they might have
somebody
locked
not
the
thinking
casket.
very clearly, having all the adrenaline of that situation. I mean, that'd freak you out. You're in a cemetery and somebody starts screaming out the coffin. I think he just wasn't just thinking on pure instinct and adrenaline. I could see somebody doing some stupid ass shit like that if they're in that situation.
But imagine, though, like, you died from a fucking satanic seance, and you just wake up in a coffin. You don't know you were been buried alive and shit. And you're screaming
Well,
for your life.
real quick, shout out to TC for liking Waterworld. That's what's up, bro. Waterworld is dope. It was way better than this movie. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that this.
I
movie's
wouldn't say
fun.
about that.
Fuck that. I will watch fucking Waterworld and Postman back to back before I watch this shit again. Do you understand me? Because they're both better movies.
He's trying to get us back from just because we made him watch a Serbian film. That's all the reason why.
No, bro. I couldn't make it. Look, no, because.
Anyway, back to the movie.
Fair enough. This was your choice. But back to the story, which I don't know any more of, so I'll let these two fucks carry on.
All right, so what happened was, just before we get into the movie, this movie actually is the first installment of the Gates of Hell trilogy, just let people know. And what happened was, before the whole seance started, it started off in the cemetery where it has this old pastor who pretty much committed suicide and pretty much brung the dead back to life, which opened up one of the gates of hell that would end the world itself. So they try to find this person and kill him before the gates of hell finally opened.
Not enough super kicks. Oh, wrong show. My bad.
Anyways, and there's this one part where there was this pervert who goes by the name of Bob, most simple ass name known to mankind, by the way, goes up into a house and starts blowing up this like sex doll where he gets like sexually aroused by it, and then sees like this dead fetus of a baby, which by far I think that was the most graphic shit I ever seen.
Wait, hold on. You didn't make that sound effect? You didn't like click something to do that? That might have just been the backtrack, or we might just be summoning. We might just be summoning things over here and other things speaking. You guys can hear that on the re-listen for fucking YouTube. It's at the fucking 30-minute mark. There was a really weird fucking noise. I don't know if that's just backtrack or what. I don't really give a fuck either. Or, yeah, it just sounded fucking possessed. I do remember that, though, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, the blow-up doll popping up real quick, and yeah, it's...
That was kind of funny in a way, that blow-up sex doll was so random and shit.
And really, like, who the fuck's got a blow-up doll that just... Like, damn,
like,
really
you have to, like, blow it up yourself. I've never seen a sex doll where it inflates itself.
I just love that his name is Bob. It just seems like the perfect name for a pervert. Like, who actually names their kid Bob, really?
How about this, Elmo, real quick? Because I know, and I'm not, but have you ever heard of a fucking self-inflating sex doll?
I haven't. I've never owned a sex doll.
Well, I'm not saying you have or have not owned one. I don't even.
But have you ever seen a sex doll that just like blows up itself without you?
Between the three of us, bro, you've seen the most of that kind of shit. Is all I'm saying. I mean, whatever. That's all good. I'm just curious if you'd ever, because I've never fucking heard of that shit. And I mean, I worked at Amazon where they shipped fucking full prosthetic that were like, they were big models ostensibly that were sex dolls, and they were bigger, heavier, but they weren't blow up. They were fucking, you had it. It was human size. Not robotic, but...
Well, you should know this, too, because you were born around the 80s, pretty much, right?
Was that when sex dolls started?
I think so.
I don't know. Shell's gonna give us a confirmed date as far as when was the first sex doll. Probably some fucking caveman that carved a fucking chick out of a tree and just put a hole there and was like... Yeah, it was just a log. That was the first. The first sex doll was a log. You just took the words right out of my mouth, right there. You just took. It was.
A tree sex doll. That sounds like the most uncomfortable sexual experience you could possibly have.
The 17th century is when the first recorded sex doll was, though. Wow.
The earliest manufactured sex dolls were 1908.
1908 is the earliest time they manufactured them.
Are
1908, first sex doll. We just learned some history.
Bro,
we just learned.
Sailors on ships.
Oh, they were popular with sailors on ships. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're on a ship going across the ocean. There's not really any ladies. You probably just got like, I don't know, a barrel of apples and a jug and a tub of rum or some shit.
You gotta fuck something, right?
Yeah, I mean. You gotta get laid somehow, and you gotta get your rocks off. I mean, you can't really call using a sex doll getting laid, but
true. And TC, I don't know what's going on with the aliens and the demons showing up on No Fucks Given Radio. You know, apparently they just think we're cool. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate the aliens and the demons showing up. I'm just saying, right? I'm all about that ancient shit, but that's besides the point. We're all on some sex doll shit right now. This is not Sinful Sunday. What the fuck, Elmo?
So what do you think about that scene though? Which one was more random, the sex doll or the imagination you see is like a dead baby fetus covered in maggots and gore?
I think the sex doll is more random because we're watching a horror movie. We should be seeing some scary shit. The sex doll was kind of like, well, that's pretty out of nowhere. You know, I wasn't. You know, that's not something I expected in the horror movie. You know what I mean?
For real though.
Yeah. But yeah,
go ahead.
Look, I have no opinion because I don't remember no baby maggot blah blah blah. It put me asleep by that point. I tried to watch this shit at 2 different occasions. I want to point out.
Yeah, one thing I thought was actually interesting what they did with this movie is that I feel like these dead people, they were like zombie ghost hybrids, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like they would be able, it seems like they'd be able to like appear and disappear like ghosts would do, but they could still do the same friggin' damage as zombies, which make them that much more dangerous.
I feel like I need to like fast forward an hour into this movie and try and watch it.
Yeah, I think you just fell asleep. Like
pretty much let all know that he did not watch the whole movie because he just fell asleep.
Yeah, because there was.
I'm honest about
cool
this shit,
stuff
bro.
That happened in this
there
movie.
was some cool shit that you missed out, dude.
I'm not gonna fucking sit here and tell you, I'm not gonna watch the trailer real quick, and then be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that, and just sit here and bullshit my way through it. Fuck that. I didn't watch the fucking shit. I fell asleep because I found it excessively boring.
All right, Elmo. So since it's you and I that watch the film, we'll discuss this shit while he just sits back.
Wait, hold on. I will just sit back and drink this beer while y'all discuss this. But before that happens, I just have to point out that Lando said he has a midget blow-up doll with an extremely large clitoris. I just wanted to point that out. Proceed with the conversation over the what the fuck happened in this fucking movie that I'm just sorry, it definitely wasn't triple F rated as far as I'm concerned.
It's hard to triple F rate a movie when you didn't watch it.
Right? And you thought it's like the first time I didn't watch the Greasy Strangler, I just let you two just discuss the whole movie.
Whatever. I watched the Serbian film. Fuck off. Well, I watched the other 2 movies though, so yeah.
Yeah. So Chuckles, what else do you want to talk about in this movie, or should I point out a couple things?
All right. So after the whole sex doll thing, it starts off with these like dudes in the bar discussing about the dead coming back to life, and all of a sudden the glass shatters in the bar. One thing was so fucking typical, like so corny about that scene was the bartender said, "Oh, it's just like vibration. It's just like it just broke the glass," and all of a sudden like the wall cracks and shit, and smog comes out of it. And say, "Oh damn, this is a new building. It should have been like brand new. It's a piece of shit. Like it's like nothing's happening, and everyone's freaking the fuck out."
Yeah, one thing in this that bugged me, and it's really petty as fuck, but the scene where Bob gets his head drilled in by the dad because Bob breaks into the house trying to get shelter, but his dad thinks he's going back in to like sleep with his daughter because he's the local creeper.
Yeah, and everybody thought that Bob was the killer throughout the whole entire movie, and all of a sudden he gets killed off immediately. I thought he was gonna make it through to the fucking end, you know what I'm saying? It came up so fucking quick.
And the part that actually really bugged me is like there was so many friggin' chances for him to escape before the drill hit him. Like one thing that is really annoying in movies that I've noticed is there will be a scene where the person has so much time to escape, so many opportunities, and they don't take it and they just die. It just pisses me off.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, you could easily kick this motherfucker in the nuts and then escape. Or fucking flip his ass over and drill him in the head himself and run off. He didn't do shit at all.
That always bugs the shit out of me. Like that one, it kind of reminded me of that one scene in the first Creep Show where where the zombie pushes the tombstone over and he's just sitting there like you know, it's like, dude, move.
Exactly, man.
You have a chance to live and you are not taking it.
And he finally talks before he even dies, which was one weird shit that you should have never involved it.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, that was a pet peeve about the movie. And you know, there's always of course the skeptical bartender dies. That was super cliche.
Oh yeah. And also, Lucio Fulci made a cameo inside the movie where he played one of the doctors expanding the murder scene in the morgue, wasn't it?
Oh, I didn't notice him in the movie, but I don't know. I guess I wasn't looking for him. I think I would have noticed Lucio Fulci if I was looking for him, but since I wasn't looking, I didn't really notice.
Yeah, because he didn't have his beard back then when he filmed the whole movie, pretty much, before he grew it out.
Hey, I have a question for both Chuckles and Factor, both of you. Do either of you listen to Necro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
there is a shitload of music in that Necro samples the fuck out of. That actually made the viewing experience way more enjoyable too. Because
I noticed
throughout the whole movie, I was listening. I was just spotting Necro samples, and it was music to my dark heart.
I noticed that because I noticed that hearing one of the theme songs in the background that Necro sampled for this project. That just goes to show you that he's a huge classic horror fan like we are, pretty much.
He also sampled Faces of Death Part 2, which that's like you have to be a real big horror buff to get a sample of Faces of Death Part 2. Like, a lot of people watched the first Faces of Death and just didn't even bother with the rest of the series. So, you know, I rented all 5 of them. I think there was a 6th one they made, but I think I missed out on that one. But I did see the first 5, so.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. So you know what was so weird? Also another weird scene where this one chick was in this therapy session and she's talking about incest, said how much she wanted to marry her father, and she said the most weirdest shit I have never heard before in my life, which is untrue, saying, I've always wanted to marry my dad, but I think all daughters will always want to marry their dad. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that is a pretty weird thing to say. Like, I'm pretty sure most people consider incest unnatural. At least anybody, I don't know, maybe born after the 1400s, you know. I know in the medieval times inbreeding wasn't taboo yet, but I feel like, I don't know, if you were born 1600 or after, it was pretty wrong to commit incest.
If you're a member of the Targaryens, it's totally okay. That and the Lannisters.
No.
At least somebody got the Game of Thrones fucking reference. Elmo, how the fuck did you not?
I've never seen that show.
Don't ever remind me of that fucking scene ever again.
Well, hey, first off, dude, do you realize the Targaryens in that series, that was the thing. They kept it within their fucking...
It was a thing back then, yeah, I know.
I've read the books, though, and I mean... Yeah, but that was common in royal families.
And she's still pregnant with his fucking baby. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right. This movie is fucked up, y'all. She
fucking pisses me off so bad. Anyway.
Whatever. It's not as bad as the other goddamn choice you all made us watch, you fucking asshole. Yeah, you giggle it up because you know what I'm talking about without even saying it.
Yeah, because we're getting back on topic. That's why.
What?
There was one classic scene I really liked, was a scene where the pastor reappears as one of the spirits, just like how Elmo said, some of the zombies come back like these spirit, zombie monsters, but still kills you anyways. Where he curses this one girl, makes her eyes bleed, and then she pukes out her own organs and kills her boyfriend after that.
That scene was badass.
I love that fucking scene.
Yeah, I think Factor, you need to go rewatch this movie sometime you're not tired and get back to us on it.
Maybe.
There was some cool shit in this movie.
So it wasn't all shit, just let you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want, you can put on any movie, and if you're already kind of tired, it's not going to seem as good.
All right, fair enough. How long is this movie?
Like an
Only
hour.
like hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, man, I know I didn't make it past the half hour. Whatever.
Oh, you didn't make it past.
You just passed out in the very intro of the beginning, dude.
And that intro was long as shit and boring as fuck, gentlemen.
This movie just started.
Like,
It
look.
starts off slow, and then after that, it starts to pick up a bit.
Serbian film started off slow. I'm just saying.
That's true. That's also true.
Whatever with your valid points. Fuck off and continue
Not
the
a
discussion.
sexual reference, by the way.
Jesus. Whatever. Let's get, because I got a bone to pick with y'all, but that's to the last film. So let's fucking move this shit forward.
Yeah, let's. So shall we give our ratings?
Yes.
I'll give it a...
Wait. Let me give my rating first. I got no fucking idea. It was boring as far as I was concerned, but that was only the first 30 minutes, and yeah, that's
The
all.
only thing, the kind of ending was kind of corny a little bit when they finally killed the pastor, because I thought it was going to be more of a fight scene, but simple as shit. They could have done this like a long time ago. And the cutscene where the kid runs towards the lady and the guy, and they start screaming out in fear, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So how many Fs do you give this film, Chuckles?
I'll give it, since it was gory, I'll give it a fucked up rating.
But you don't get no freaky, and it didn't get no fear.
There were some freaky scenes that was kind of like, oh shit. Like the makeup effects they used for the zombies was pretty fucking awesome. So I'll give it 2 Fs.
2 Fs from Chuckles. Elmo?
I would give it 2 Fs also. Like, it had some freaky stuff. It had some fucked up stuff, you know. I don't know. There was only one part that actually I thought was kind of legitimately scary, but not enough scares to necessarily give it a triple F. So I would give it 2 Fs. So freaky and fucked up. I feel like it accomplished those two things.
I'm gonna be a dick. I'm gonna be a total fucking dick and give it a B. Because as far as I'm concerned, that shit was boring, y'all. I'm sorry. Love you guys. Look, that's my truth, right? Yeah. Fuck that though. They gave it 2S, so check it out, because you ain't got to trust all of our opinions. I don't know if I trust any of our opinions, but that's besides the point, right? Because the next film we're going to get into was my choice, which was Friend Request, right? Which I think it shows a lot of how fucking Facebook bullshit, like social media in general, is fucking us up. I liked it because I had that message in it as well, and it had a nice little paranormal twist. I was a fan. But yeah, I watched it with my kid, you know, so it's also it's a film you could watch with your kids, and it's not that blood and gore bothers me as far as watching it with a kid. But yeah, what was your two's initial opinion of this particular endeavor?
I'll let you go first, Elmo.
Friend Request, I wasn't super into it, but I mean, it had some redeeming qualities. I just wasn't, I don't know, it was entertaining enough, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this a whole bunch of times, like, this is my shit, you know. It was just
yeah, I agree. It's not a rewatchable film.
Yeah, like, you know, it's kind of once you know the twist, there's not really any point of rewatching it.
Yeah, it's just like, to anybody know, I'm not a huge fan when it comes to social media horror movies. Like, you see that fucking Skype movie, whatever it's called.
Unfriended.
Unfriended and shit like that. Yeah, it's like, I'm not a fan of those. But there were some scenes. The animation, though, that they used for some of the scenes was pretty fucking awesome. I really like the animations that the girl made for gifts, or like, were they gifts that she made first before they were like a whole animation thing?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what they look like.
Yeah, she had some really dope ass art and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, instead of being a creepy demon, she should have just like, I don't know, made a career out of graphic design, because she would have fucking blown the fuck up. That would have gotten her friends. She should have sent her fucking art to the right people.
Shit, she should fucking hit us up for some graphics. Like, if whoever is the artist or animator or graphic designer of those fucking graphics, please hit us up at NFGR Radio.
Motherfucker, I wish that's some Hollywood ass motherfucker that I don't even want to know what he gets paid.
We can't afford him. That was extremely good animation. In fact, that is partially what like really kept me engaged in the movie. I just kind of kept waiting for more of that cool animation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that animation had me extremely engaged with the movie.
I wish they were gonna use it for like the background of that one creepy girl storyline. But one thing that was what goes on in this movie before I let people know, like, get on with the fucking movie. So it starts off with Laura, who and her best friends, you know, are addicted to Facebook. I don't know, you know, typical white people or typical people anyways. So she gets a request.
Did you just say typical white people? You racist fuck.
Everybody's off
like
Facebook now.
For real, asshole. What kind of racist bullshit is that? That's first off, I wish Facebook was just a white people problem, just because that means that much of the world. And I don't say
it's just pretty much like the whole movie itself is just like people on Facebook. Anyway.
Well, no.
But anyway,
it'd just be better if there were less people on it, was my point. As far as just whatever, man. Just don't use Facebook as much, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you spend, but whatever, just watch our fucking videos though. You know, like, subscribe to No Fucks Given Radio and all that. Make sure you're checking that shit out. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Facebook. Whatever. But that was real racist, Chuckles. That's all I'm saying, motherfucker. You saying it? You're the one that said it.
I'm fucking around with y'all, motherfuckers. You know that, right?
Chuckles is slightly
anyway,
racist.
so she gets a request by this one.
He's triggered.
So she gets a friend request by this like creepy like gothic girl who legit is a creeper or a huge stalker of hers who really wants to be her friend pretty much, and she has no friends on her Facebook. I have never seen anybody with 0 friends who just made a Facebook page. Legit.
Zero, dude. I think I've gotten a friend request from somebody that had 0 friends, but it was like obviously a porn profile.
Well, it's obviously because they're like those ones that want a friend request you and then spam you with some fucking fake porn and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, you can instantly tell looking at their profile they have a fucking link to a porn site as like their highest post. So yeah, besides that, no, you're right.
Yeah, man. So they finally meet up in person. She's like kind of creepy in a way, but I can tell that she's probably one of those people who really she wants to be her friend, like legit. But all of a sudden, the whole thing of her being friends with her got too serious, where she started messaging her multiple freaking times, and then FaceTiming her. That right there, I kind of get that idea where it feels like, dude, get the fuck away from me type moment, because you're stalking me in a way.
So, let me just ask you this question. What would you do if someone started social media stalking you like that?
Well, there is a block button.
There's a block button, exactly.
What if the block button just for some reason didn't work?
Oh yeah, there was that whole thing. She couldn't delete her profile. She couldn't take down the posts. And
she couldn't delete her fucking
profile. After the girl kills herself, after the girl kills herself, the video goes up on her profile, and she tries to delete that. All her friends start dying, and then it keeps going on her profile, and you kind of watch her friends list decrease, which is one thing that was really weird is it's showing the tally of her friends list going down, and it's like, we have become so invested into social media now that the idea of losing friends on social media is like some type of scare now. Like that whole thing in the movie where they kept showing her friends list go down.
I was laughing at that part. Like, damn.
You know, it's like your friends are dying. There's a ghost chick haunting you. You've been expelled. Oh no, I'm losing Facebook friends.
I don't give a fuck about being expelled from school. I'm losing my friends on Facebook. No.
Oh,
Like,
God.
bro, I probably get defriended by somebody, like, daily.
Like, bitch, you could just, one of the things that was funny was because she lied to the girl that she was going to go to a birthday party with her boyfriend, but instead just hanged out with her real friends for her birthday. So, and they posted on social media. She comes back to school, and the girl's freaking out. I thought you were my best friend and shit like that, and then pulls her hood off, and she legit was, like, bald on top of her head, like some creepy-ass shit. Then after that, she just did like some crazy witchcraft shit in her Facebook on her computer, where she like takes a picture of Laura that she made for like 2 weeks, lights it on fire, hangs herself, and then burns herself to death and shit, and becomes like this evil spirit.
I do.
You know, one thing it was, here's a whole huge hole I found in the movie too, is that didn't anyone think that maybe she staged that whole thing at some point because they never found a body? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It seemed kind of weird that the whole idea that she might actually still be alive might be missing never crossed, because, you know, if I saw a video like that, like, I don't know, I would think that was faked.
Right, and
Very
all
true.
of a sudden it just leaves under her computer or on her Facebook, and people thinking that she's the one that's posting this shit.
Yeah, and
the one thing, the one thing that was so dumb too was the fucking cops. The brother man was fucking retarded. Both of them were actually retarded, legit, thinking that it's like you're trying to say that you did not post up the video that you said of
Hey,
your
look.
friends getting killed and shit.
Those cops were stupid, but they weren't last house on the left stupid. That's all I'm saying.
that's kind of, it's hard to be that dumb.
Yeah.
They were on, like, next level, like, yeah, but anyway, we're not talking about that movie.
Whatever. I just want to say, I mean, those cops
that
were
was a
stupid,
terrible
but they weren't
episode.
that
Please
level.
do not remind us back with that terrible episode of Freaky Fucked Up Fair Hour.
Oh, whatever. Fuck off. The audio's fine, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Go check it on NoFucks.
Well, the audio was good, but just like the episode in general, we chose 3 bad films.
Yeah.
What, last-
There
yeah.
was one thing in friend request I noticed that, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there's actually a South Park episode with the same premise of this movie.
There
Oh,
was?
shit. Yeah. Yeah, the one with where Kyle goes into the internet, and it's sort of similar, yeah. Yeah, as far as losing friends and
Yeah.
all
I remember that.
that. Yeah.
As soon as that popped into my head, and it literally like made the movie funny to me. I just I started cracking up, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the horror movie version of that episode.
One thing about this movie they tried so much was like they're trying to make this movie to more like a jump scare type movie.
Yeah, it got me.
Like,
It got me a
everything
couple
was
of
very
times with the
predictable.
jump scare. But the thing about the thing about jump scares is like after it happens, you're not scared anymore. You know, that's like it. Like I really like the ones that are psychologically scary, where you're like you fucking think about that shit later. Like you like staying up at night thinking about that later. When I get jump scared, it's like 3 seconds later. Okay, I'm no longer scared.
But what about the
You know, it's
psychological?
more like being startled than scared.
Yeah, but what about the psychological aspect of the Black Mirror, which is something in witchcraft, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, that's some shit that is real within witchcraft, and the fact that she used a laptop for that. I mean, is there not part of like, what if motherfucking that was like legit possible, huh? Like, I don't know what you guys.
There is.
believe
I
about
have read
such.
some books about witchcraft before that this shit is actually legit real, where they actually do where witches, because they live in a town that was supposed to be run by like Salem. I'm just thinking about City of the Living Dead, but still in a way, back in the day, like witches would try to get revenge on people by literally hanging themselves and set themselves on fire, because in a way you're opening up the gates of hell where you become an evil spirit to get revenge. And this shit like legit might happen in real life. I'm not for sure, never seen this shit before in real life, but that's some real shit in books that they've done.
That's history, motherfucker. That's what it is. Like, there's been all kinds of fucked up fucking history in this world as far as people believe in shit and whatever. What's actually real and what's actually not, I don't know. But I do believe there is something to be said of things that we're not aware of that we may be able to manipulate to some degree by doing things. And whether you could incorporate a computer in that is slightly fucking terrifying.
And I have a question for you guys too. If you guys were being stalked and like haunted by this evil spirit, and who is legit making you post all these crazy ass videos, and you can't delete it, you can't log out, you can't even fucking unfriend this dude, and it just keeps on saying there's an error, try again. How pissed off will y'all be?
I'd be pretty mad. Because I am the type of person to yell at electronics when shit goes wrong. I'm one of those people. Like I will keep cool, way more cool in a life and death situation than my TV's broken.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
like, I cannot handle technical malfunctions.
Whatever.
Hence
you
why
guys
I'm not the one running the radio station.
Oh yeah, so you guys have heard me fucking scream at goddamn computers and shit before, so.
I seen that, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't say, but I'll tell you the main thing I would do personally is the cops were like, "Why are you doing this?" I'd be like, "Bitch, here's my Facebook account. You're logged the fuck in. You delete my account, asshole. And when you can't, you shut the fuck up and you fucking figure out what the fuck is going on, because it's not what you're saying. Because look what you just tried to do, and it didn't like. I would have put it right in their faces like that." Like, fuck you, you do it, yeah, and then blow me, and I'll help me figure out so my homies don't die, you know? I think that was the one thing, like, why didn't she logically do that? Just be like, motherfucker, fuck you, you do it.
And I noticed, like, when she unfriended her, there was no block button after the unfriend. You like, do you want to block this person? And she could have easily done that.
Yeah, I just still can't get over that they kept showing her friends list going down as if that was something horrifying.
She's down by 26 friends. Oh my god!
I wonder if there was anyone legitimately being like, "Oh my god, I'd be so terrified if I started losing Facebook friends."
It's like, who gives a fuck?
Oh no. Now, understand that. I mean, we're all fucking a little bit older, you know. But I don't know, some like 13-year-old kid, I could see that really fucking with their head. Or maybe even somebody 18 years old nowadays. I don't know. But I could
teenagers,
see, yeah, somebody younger, a teenager, yeah, well, I could see that really fucking with them, unfortunately.
Yeah,
like, bitch, you're off my 5. It's like, why would you do that?
God. Motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I never really saw social
5.
media until I was like 20, so...
This motherfucker just said you're off my 5. That's all I know. Like,
you
know,
remember
you just
that
made
shit?
A reference.
People get so upset about that.
Dude, half the motherfuckers that will listen to the show, they'll have no idea what the fuck you're referencing. That was a MySpace reference for everyone out there, for all you fuckers that had no idea what that is. They had a top 5 friends. Yeah, that was a thing.
Tequila.
Oh my god, fuck that cunt.
What are you gonna do? The fucking Kiki challenge next, motherfucker? Huh? What up, Elmo? I expect a
Kiki challenge is a ripoff of Ghost Ride the Whip.
Ghost Ride the Whip. Ghost Ride the Whip.
Did anyone notice? I saw a video of a Kiki challenge. I'm like, that's Ghost Riding the Whip. Y'all stole that shit.
Exactly. They know that shit.
I mean, yeah, they don't give a fuck, though. It's money, man. Everything's a ripoff of everything in the long run. That's the truth, all right? Fucking Facebook is a ripoff of MySpace.
Well, a lot better, though, without viruses.
Yeah, but look, they all got their fucking downfalls, bro. Let's be real goddamn honest.
Like Justin Timberlake buying MySpace and nobody got back on it when he bought it.
Justin Timberlake bought MySpace?
Yeah.
I was unaware, sirs.
I thought it was dead a long time ago. And now it's like Justin Timberlake bought MySpace. Like, good luck with that one, bud, because nobody's going back on MySpace. Who goes back on MySpace?
So
yeah,
now
dude,
wait. So you're telling me if MySpace suddenly blew up again, it wouldn't be Tom, it'd be Justin?
Be probably Justin, yeah, because he bought it off it.
That's
Tom
really...
got broke when everybody everybody just like moved on to Facebook.
That's really, really fucking weird, right?
Or Twitter, or Twitter or Instagram, pretty much.
Yeah. But hey, back to Fernando Quiz. Yeah, so I mean they do that. She's cast this spell. Fuck, people are dying, and they figure out they got to go to the spot where she cast the spell and find the mirror and break it, which would have been her laptop. And they went to try and find that. Can I say this is one of my favorite twists? And I understand this dude's logic. He's like, nah, fuck this. All I got to do is kill you, bitch, and all this ends. This witch will stop. I will be able to live. I understand that logic. It's like, I could kill this one person and 2 people would live. All right?
Yeah,
like, it was so funny, too. Is like, he said legit, it's like, why the fuck are you so nervous about? All you people are just, like, unfriending you while we're fucking dying for you.
Yeah.
So true. Basically, I think the quote was like, oh yeah, like, we all die, you're just lonely.
Right?
That was one of those moments, when he stabbed her, I was like, wow, what a dick, but he is right. I can't really argue with that.
It's like, no, and I seen this meme, and it's great. It's like, fucking growing up is, when you're a kid, you believe in Spider-Man and his ideals, and then growing up is realizing, yeah, but Thanos is right.
Fuck Thanos.
Whatever, Thanos is right, motherfucker.
But yeah, just when you brought that childhood up, that crazy girl actually grew up in a messed up childhood, where she had like no family. She just came back from a mental ward where they took her to this orphanage. And she would be lonely. She'd get beat up by these 2 cunt-ass fucking kids. And after that, she gets revenge and kills them with a swarm of wasps and mutilates their faces. Oh.
Those kids who picked on her, I bet they never added her on Facebook.
I don't think Facebook was even invented back then.
Really, Elmo?
They said, oh, she gives them nightmares. They scare her. Let's beat the shit out of this fucking bitch. After that, he dies of being stung to death by wasps.
You know what this movie shows you? Don't ever just don't go picking on random people, because you never know quite who you're fucking with.
Yeah, don't pick on with the quiet ones. They'll go crazy and ape shit on your ass.
And it might be a witch. They might just like summon a demon on your ass, and then you're just gonna be fucked.
Yeah, the shooter never goes around with a T-shirt saying I'm the killer,
Yeah, so at the very end, the guy who's trying to kill her friend ends up getting stung to death by a wasp by the fucking kids that bullied her, until she finally reaches to the laptop, which is up in the fucking factory or something like that, where she finds the laptop, looks through into it. Which one thing was kind of freaky too that this girl really likes was being on the computer and just seeing her reflection in that dark, reflections.
That's creepy, bro. You imagine fucking, imagine if you were walking around the library and there's somebody sitting in front of a computer, the screen's not on, they're just staring.
Right. That'd be pretty creepy.
Yeah, I'd be like, man, I really hope that's a special needs kid, because if it's not, that's fucking scary ass shit.
One part I love the cops' reaction, like when the girl dies in the hospital, another cop just walks in and goes, "Really?"
Yeah.
Like nothing ever happened. Like, dude, are you fucking serious? That's when I hated this guy so much.
Motherfucker.
I was laughing. I was like, "Oh my god, that is your reaction to that?" Really?
Because he thought he killed her and shit.
Like, he just not sounded like that. He sounded like he did not care that a teenager just died in front of both of them.
That's the most shittiest cop I have ever seen, dude. Sorry about that.
Lando's saying we need to do unfriend dark web.
Unfriend
dark web.
That's what I thought. It was unfriended though.
Oh, I guess they made a sequel. I didn't enjoy the first Unfriended, so I'm not sure.
Oh, that movie was terrible, and I expect Dark Web, the second movie, is going to be terrible as shit, too.
Elmo and Chuckles just totally shot your ass down, Lando.
Yeah,
I
don't know about that one.
Shit.
That looks like one of those movies like, so how much are you going to pay me to watch this friggin' movie?
Exactly. It's like, I'm not going to watch it unless you pay me fucking $500.
Oh, man, I'll torture you guys way better than that here coming down the line with something fucking really, really worse. But yeah.
Go ahead.
My
bad.
I wouldn't charge $500. I'd be like $50, because
I'll review it for $50.
If I know if it's a shitty movie, but you want me to watch it, $500.
$50, I'll fucking review it. I don't give a shit.
Nice on Patreon for request.
For real. Lando said he likes the first Unfriended, though. Hey, so I'll tell you though, when it comes to friend requests, man, I think it was interesting. They had a lot of. It did show, in my opinion, and kind of play up the impact that social media has had on just everyone's life. You know, even like you said, Elma, you know, the friend number is going down, and it's fucking. Who would get like?
And they finally become one with each other.
I mean, I think it was a couple good interesting moments, a couple good jump scares, a couple good twists. Like when old boy was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm killing you, bitch, because otherwise I'm gonna die like that. I think it played out really well, right? I definitely don't think it was the best movie.
You know what also was good? You know what also was good about the ending of the movie was the outro beat.
I forgot about the outro beat.
I can't summon that to my head right now, Chuckles. I'm not gonna lie either.
Yeah, the beat. Yeah, the ending of the beat when they get to the credits is actually a good ass beat. You guys have to go back and listen to it.
Well, right now, I said we rate this motherfucker, right? Right now, I gotta say, man, like, if this really happened in real life, that's freaky as fuck, and it's fucked up that somebody cast the goddamn spell through Facebook that is fucking killing your friends. Did this movie, was it frightening? Not really.
There was some jump scares that were good, but didn't scare the shit out of me throughout the movie.
I would not call it frightening. Yeah, I would not. So I'd say it's got 2 Fs. I can rate this one. I watched it. Yeah.
I'll give it like 2 Fs because it was some freaky scenes because the girl was freaky as fuck. And there was some fucked up scenes that she did to her friend was pretty fucked up too.
So 2 Fs.
I'll say 2 Fs.
I think I'd give it being fucked up. I don't know. I don't know what else to say that hasn't been said about the last ratings. It's yeah. I'm pretty much. I think I'm on the same boat as both of you are. And yeah, I would say, you know, I'd say the last 2 movies we reviewed are kind of both 2 good one-watch films. Like, you know, you're sifting through whatever, going through some movies. Check out one of those movies. You know, I wouldn't consider City of the Living Dead or Friend Request like movies like, oh, I can't wait to watch that again.
Okay, I'll try and watch City of the Living Dead again, and maybe we'll fucking give a quick unknown fact review at a later. Freaky Fucked Up for our episode. Just be like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. You know, kind of like you did, Chuckles, with the Greasy Strangler on, I don't remember what episode, but it was one of the episodes after the Greasy Strangler episode. But, yeah, I do agree. It's like the fucking friend request. It's definitely watch it once. I definitely wouldn't be going to try and watch it again. But, the fucking, this greasy fucking strangling motherfucking foot fetish fuck, I'll be goddamned if, bro, the movie you picked for this fucking Freaky Fear Hours. Ooh!
This one was good.
No! Damn!
Love this movie.
Holy shit. My wife's only complaint was that it was long, because it is. This motherfucker's like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
You complained it was long, but
I said my wife did, motherfucker, not me.
Not her, not you, but her.
Yeah.
Well,
no, she already. Yeah,
that's a pretty good. That's pretty good if that's the only gripe with the movie. And usually when a movie goes over 2 hours, I kind of start to hate watching it. But that movie actually, I felt like my personal experience with I Saw the Devil is the movie kept my attention the entire friggin' time.
Now,
it is very rare.
It just got, there were scenes in the movie where it got you so intense, like built you up and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Real quick though, before we get into the depths of the twists and the turns and everything of this film, which Elmo, I'll let you break down first since it was your excellent choice to review for the Freaky Fucked Up VR. Before I say that, I just want to comment on what my wife has notated. Y'all got a fucking rape fetish, man. What the fuck?
I don't have a rape fetish.
Y'all pick a lot of movies that got a lot of rape in them.
The City of the Living Dead didn't have rape.
Motherfucker, you picked a Serbian film. You fucking jumped.
We're talking about this
right
episode
there.
now. It's like the City of the Living Dead did not have rape in it.
And I know you picked other fucking movies that were rapey.
Same thing for you, motherfucker.
Wait.
Hey, it's the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour, so we gotta pick some...
up. You already know there's a fucked up scene to it. Where
that was more my wife's comment than mine, but for real, it's just a lot of rape, man. Like a lot of rape.
Yeah.
Oh, Lando wants to help review Alice. Hey, real quick, Lando, if fucking Lando, if you've seen this movie, I feel like you'd hate it because they killed a lot of Asian chicks.
Oh yeah, he would hate this film.
Yeah. Like, damn.
Yeah, the whole movie is Asian chicks dying for a lot of it.
Yeah.
This movie might actually, Lando would cry like, how can you do that to the nice Asian lady?
Well, I want to know, what would, in the briefest of terms, Elmo, if you were trying to get somebody to watch this film, how would you convince them to do as much without them knowing a damn thing about it?
This movie is, imagine if Bruce Lee directed Silence of the Lambs. I don't know, that's how I felt when I was watching this. I felt like I was watching some cool-ass fucking kung fu action movie, also mixed with, like, an extremely good, like, Silence of the Lamb-esque thriller. So that's my sales pitch for it. I don't know. If that doesn't at least make you curious, I don't know what will.
There was one movie that kind of reminded me of this film. I forgot what it was fucking called, but Silence of the Lambs is one of them. But there was this one movie that was so good. High Tension, in a way.
Yeah, it seemed. Yeah, definitely. This movie definitely has a way of standing on its own. It doesn't remind me of a lot of films because it really, I think it has the perfect balance of action and horror. You know, like, a lot of movies can't really pull that off without becoming corny. I feel like this movie never at any point became corny with it.
And I'll tell you the other thing I like about this film is the balance of the good guy and the bad guy getting one over on one another.
Yeah, it's one thing I thought was genius is they give you this killer that is obviously, he's a horrible person. Like, you know, if he was a killer on death row, there certainly wouldn't be very many people, you know, trying to get him out. And, you know, terrible, low moral person. But after a while, you see the, you know, and most people would look at a situation with somebody this scummy, they think, oh yeah, I would totally just torture this person. But the movie has a way of, it kind of after a while, you kind of start being like, dude, stop, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's really hard to do that, for a movie to do that with a villain who is such a bad person, because, you know, and how it keeps backfiring and hurting other people. That's the worst part about his revenge plot, is the fact that he keeps keeping him alive, just like backfires on him and other people.
And just for everybody to know, this film starts out with old boy's fiance broke down. She's waiting for a fucking tow truck, and this dude pulls up, knocks on the window, and asks if he can help. I think it's funny. One of the things my wife, she also said to this is, you know, it's sad in today's modern world, you just can't really accept help from people because you never know who the goddamn psycho is, because there's plenty of them out there. But yeah, I mean, he ends up going and fucking chilling in his van, and then come back and fucking beating her to death, taking her back, and doing horrible, fucked up things. And it was the fucking effects in this were excellent. On a different note, like when he's fucking smashing old girl's face with a hammer at one point, and just you could see just they did that shit really, really fucking well. I lost my point.
Yeah. So what happened was he knocks his fiance out with a hammer, takes him back to his torture chamber place, has her undressed in his like body bag, and about to get herself cut up and everything. So what happened was before he even did that, she explains to him, "Do not kill her because she's pregnant." But he does it anyway because he does not give a fuck. That's one thing they made this character so good, was make him so hateable that he does not give a fuck whatsoever. He just end up killing her anyways.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed about the killer is that there's nothing, one thing that would differ this movie from Silence of the Lambs is it's not a very charismatic or even likable person.
You think,
you know, when you watch some of the other serial killer movies and stuff, they always kind of give this, like, serial killer swag, like he's kind of cool, too, and, you know, you could actually, but when you actually see him in, like, non-confrontational situations, you see a couple scenes where he's interacting with two people, even he is such a fucking asshole to everybody.
Fuck that. Elmo, you racist, man. He had that Asian charm. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're talking about this dude being a fucking cunt.
I know, man. He had that Asian charm. I'm telling you. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just that's that Korean charm. That's what that is. I'm kidding. For real, if somebody from Korea...
And you saying he's racist.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking say that before somebody from Korea sees this, and it's like, unknown fucker thinks all I'm gonna fucking thinks everybody from Korea is like that.
Lando's
blah,
gonna
blah,
say you're
blah.
fucking racist.
Yeah, all of a sudden fucking everybody from Korea hates us because I'm fucking saying that everybody from Korea is like that crazy fuck from that movie. I don't think that. I do think that if you guys have that many fucking police to stop one dude, that's crazy. I mean, it's understandable, whatever. The dude was psychotic, but there are so many points where the amount of police, I was like, God damn.
Yeah, he is just such a mean, ruthless person, and he just, and with all that, you still kind of, after a while, want what's happening to stop to him, which is, I never felt that way during a movie.
Right? It's like he just kept going and just going to these chicks until finally the guy caught up to him. But first, before he got caught up to him, he beats the shit out of the people that he thought were the suspect by beating the shit out of this one pervert ass motherfucker.
That poor dude's
by bashing his nuts in with a fucking pipe wrench.
Like, broke your balls. I love that part. Who
broke your balls?
That
like just sensitive ass police interrogating him. Who broke your balls? Like, damn.
That's the best line from that whole fucking movie.
Can you be a little more gentle with him? Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, there is no better line from that movie, Elmo. There's not.
Who broke your balls?
Oh, Jesus Christ. To have a cop ask you that,
way
too.
To get beat. That was terrible.
Oh, fuck. But hey, can I say, here, let me ask something, though. Like, after his, like, cause he fucking ends up finding him, right? When he's about to kill a girl off, but like, and ends up, he beats his fucking ass, right? And then he ends up shoving a fucking tracer down his throat. And then he leaves. Now, would someone tell me who the fuck were the two guys in the taxi that one of them in the back seat already had a knife? Like, what the fuck was that shit?
You know what? That scene in general kind of made me laugh because he was like not the only killer in this fucking thing because they're actually pretend to be like taxi drivers and the passenger behind, but they're actually killers and thieves that rob people just to pick them up out of nowhere.
That was a crazy ass scene. I was like.
That was a lot of stabbing.
What the fuck just happened?
that was a lot of stabbing. Like, that dude, I don't know. Like, I'd like to. I wish I could have counted every time he stabbed, because that was a lot of stabbing. I appreciate it, but holy shit.
I would say, like, in this movie, it's like there is not one scene of any actual mercy from any character.
Right. Everybody did their job well.
Like, there wasn't, like, a scene where, like, somebody just really got put out of their misery, or somebody decided, you know what, I'm not going to hurt you, I'm going to do the right thing or something. Like, it was just, this movie was very relentless. Like, every character who went to hurt somebody really went all out.
Yeah, and a perfect example of that. A perfect example was fucking, after that taxi scene, old boy ends up going to the hospital, and he's getting fixed up. He's being a dick to the doctor, and then he ends up fucking, like, closing himself off with the nurse, and then old boy ends up fucking coming in and stopping the nurse. He forced the nurse to blow him, but while he was in the middle of getting his dick sucked rape style, because
got hit in the face with a fucking fire extinguisher.
Yeah, goddamn, what a
he got his ass beat twice again, and after that he tells them go ahead.
The greatest part of that scene, is no, don't leave, he'll need medical attention.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he cuts it. Yeah, that scene I loved so much because it was so fucking brutal. So what happened was he takes his scalpel, lifts his leg up, tells the nurse to close her eyes and close her ears, and then start cutting out his Achilles tendon with a fucking scalpel. Slowly.
Just that he's like, but the fact that he's like so preemptive about it that he's like, don't leave. Because I don't want him to die.
He needs medical attention.
Like, I just want to fuck him up really bad right now, but you're going to make sure he doesn't die because I'm not done fucking with him. You know?
Yeah, I would say the two main protagonists of this movie were both really fucking hardcore. Like, just ultimate, like just no fucks were given in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just
that scene right there was fucked up. It was like, oh shit. This is maybe like, Argh!
It was
like fucking creepy that the killers also was a bus driver for children.
That for real. Yeah, that's a great, like, how the
That just like puts a sick feeling in your stomach, you know. It's like you drive around and you see the school buses and you're like, I hope the bus driver is a stable fucking person.
Yeah, and then plus he was a fucking deadbeat father anyways, because he left his son and shit with his parents or something like that, and his wife. They didn't really explain what happened with Tim and his wife, or even he had a wife, but he abandoned his son and shit.
Well, if they explained that movie would have been like 4 hours, so I'm kind of glad they didn't.
Well, I have bet it's he fucking killed his wife. That's the only thing that really made sense, because his family, if you know, like, his son was like very, like, they didn't have a liking for this motherfucker.
No.
Yeah. That's some shit went down right there, guys. Like, for real.
One part I really loved is when he like meets up. I forget, was that his brother who was like the cannibal, or was that his like brother and sister? I didn't really know.
His friend. It was his friend.
Yeah. Well, how the fuck is that too? This motherfucker's just got a random friend that happens to be a cannibal.
Yeah, that was that was kind of crazy, and I love that whole like casual serial killer banter. Like, you know.
It's like when he's eating the flesh all sloppy like and shit, and he's going crazy eating some food and shit, and the girl's like, what the fuck ever.
It's that human.
Yeah, I wonder what the girl's deal was. Like, she was just around kind of helping out, but didn't seem very menacing. Like,
she was a booty call. That's all she was. She was a booty call.
He must got some dope dick if she's gonna stick around for that. He must fuck real good.
Well, yeah, not only that, but most of his booty calls end up in his fucking stomach from the way I was looking at it.
Yeah.
And it's like the moment you first eat human flesh, you don't want any other meat after.
Smash.
That's how he went nuts and shit. And this dude was legit fucking nuts, dude. It's like the moment he started crying and shit, it's like, why do I cry when I get tensed up and shit?
Yeah, and then when the cannibal starts like laughing at him because he's like getting tracked down by the other guy, he's like, "Oh, this guy's crazy. He likes to torture his prey. Like he's just like hella fucking with him."
Yeah, like, yeah, you know what? He's kind of like us, you know, because he likes hunting his prey for fun, just like how we do.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
look.
he kind of really he said some real shit there. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, you're doing all this fucked up shit to everybody. You think no one's gonna try and do this back to you?
Well, not even that.
Exactly.
But fucking, if you watch that, like, that guy did some monstrous, straight up evil shit.
Evil shit?
Yeah, I mean, he did, for real. Chuckklez, he's all on your fucking level. Like, because he was pissed, old boy killed his fiance who was pregnant. And, I mean, he got about as evil as you can motherfucking get, really.
For real, though. With no fucks given.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, he's a very soulless person. There's just, like, the way he picks his targets, the way just everything he does is just so cold and fucked up.
Yeah.
And I mean, he got it back full fold. But I love, and this is what I loved about this movie, and the only reason it was okay that it was 2 hours and fucking 20 goddamn minutes. Look, fuckers, if y'all out there, I would suggest taking 2 hours and 20 minutes and watching this flick. I really would. But then they get him in a hospital after he's like, the old boy breaks into the cannibal's house, fucks them up, and then takes old boy and gets him medically recovered by the dude that gave him the tracker. And he hears that, oh, if you've got diarrhea, you'll shit it out, and he ends up shitting it out and switching the game back around.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
They went balls deep into the gore.
I love the scene where he's like, the killer is gonna surrender himself, and you totally feel like the movie is about to end, and then dude just comes back. Up. Like, the first time I watched that movie, I was like, wait, no!
no, like, you're not done.
My wife said it best, though, because, look, I thought he was just going to get ran over. Yeah.
Right, because he killed a dude's fucking, his father-in-law, and he was almost going to kill his sister, too.
Well,
so
no, he'd already killed
his sister. Give yourself up?
His sister was dead in the alley, wasn't she?
She was blinded.
He killed the sister and the dad.
Yeah. So, but look, and my wife put it best. That motherfucker pulled a Deadpool and snatched his ass up. Like, nah, bitch, we ain't done.
Nah, bitch.
Yeah, I remember that was a scene I was not expecting. I was just, wow.
He thought he was going to get revenge by killing his whole family, but ended up getting his ass beat again. It's like, nah, bitch, I'm not done with you yet. And there was a scene where he takes him back to his crib and puts him underneath his, like, guillotine, where he cuts up that second victim from before, torches him pretty much, and, like, he starts to cry and beg for his life, but then all of a sudden just was faking it. Like, he said, do you think I really give a shit?
Yeah, that's what I think is so funny. Is that old boy was trying to get him to look, I don't know these character names because they were Korean, and fucking that shit is like unpronounceable to me. I'm sorry, and I only watched the film once, and fucking I didn't instantly I would have had to have heard that shit 1,000 times. But the main ostensibly good guy, you know, got his sister killed all that. He was trying to get this motherfucker to feel that level of pain, you know, like of loss and like of being afraid of death, and he couldn't. And I love that he couldn't achieve that. He told the guy that's what he wanted. The guy instantly started giving it to him, and that's when I looked at my wife. I was like, he's totally faking all that shit. She's like, I don't think so, but that would be horrible. I'm like,
he's faking it.
Yeah, I'm like, he is. The second that motherfucker said that's what he wanted, that's what he started doing, because he was just like, dude, I'm fucked. Just kill me. Like, I'm like, you won this end, but I do agree. I kind of think they both lost. There weren't no winners in that fucking game.
No,
well,
I mean...
the killer pretty much said, you pretty much lost because I made you lose control and make you a killer like me, pretty much. Because I like torturing people before I kill them, and you like torturing me before you kill me, in a way.
Yeah, because in the end, you know, I feel like there's also... He starts to figure out, like, he's like, I have really stooped to the killer's level, like, of just barbaric, you know, because it's definitely barbaric and animalistic the way the killer functions, and now the guy who used to be a good guy is now basically, you know, getting getting himself into torturing and hurting others, which, you know, it's actually, in a way, I feel like even though the killer died, the killer won in my mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah,
here's the
I
point,
think
though.
so, too.
Like, what in the fuck did the boy and the killer's fucking parents and the fucking little kid ever do to have to fucking be witness to that? Like,
yeah,
right,
that's the thing is that was what he did. That kind of puts him at the killer's level because, yeah, that whole family's gonna be fucked up forever.
That's what I'm saying. He was so determined to get into that motherfucker's head that he didn't care if he hurt innocent people. That's the point that motherfucker was to, which, yeah, that's a problem.
And the only thing you can say is, like, I hope you be tortured and feel the pain when you're in hell and shit. And there was a scene where his son and the other family heard him getting killed or getting decapitated, started crying, but after that started laughing and shit. And then the homeboy pretty much had a breakdown and started crying and shit.
So I'm curious, because I mean that's how it wrapped up. And again, I think this film, it's a great film. It was excessively well written. It was well shot. I mean, it was well put together. The special effects and everything, as far as to represent what was being done, was all really fucking well done. The only thing about this film,
it was really good.
I wish it was dubbed. I wish, look, as a motherfucker that will watch like shit from all over the place, I wish they would dub more shit. Like, I like my anime dubbed. I'd like all my foreign films dubbed too. They dub fucking Transformers and goddamn all the Marvel films and all that bullshit in 80,000 fucking languages. We can't dub some fucking Korean and Japanese and all these fucking films into
They're
English.
gonna dub it just like how they do with Godzilla, like bad timing and shit. It's gonna look bad.
Ain't nothing
Well, I
gonna
was
be
about to
motherfucking
say,
perfect.
I was kind of curious to see what other people on the internet thought of I Saw the Devil, because, like, you know, I find this movie to be pretty fucking amazing. And one of the reviews said he actually found a version of it where he could watch a dubbed version, and the dubbing was so bad he switched back to subtitles.
Right.
You
know what's so funny too? I thought that City of the Living Dead was dubbed as well, because they kind of feel like when you hear them talk or you read their lips, it feels like they were kind of off when they were talking a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes the bad dubbing is like kind of distracting to me, but that's my own personal preference.
Hey man, he got a 66% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, so you know.
I think the percent that
really
didn't like it were probably just offended, you know.
Yeah.
Because there was before they got released, they got a NC-17 rating twice or something like that, so they had to re-edit some of the violent scenes that was supposed to be on it, but they had to cut back a little bit on the gore, pretty much.
Yeah, well, see, this movie, whether someone likes this movie or not, they can't deny the cinematic victory that it is. The acting is, the actors are fucking amazing. It's a well-written script. The special effects were amazing, dude. Like, cinematically, there's nothing to really gripe with this movie about. The only thing to gripe this movie about is the level of disturbing this movie gets taken to.
Well,
so I think the other half that were like, I don't like this movie, were probably, they probably didn't know much about the movie going in, and they thought they were watching some, like, I don't know, regular action thriller, and then they see all this fucking crazy torture, and they're like, what the fuck is this?
See, or it could be motherfuckers like Lando, who just give the I Saw the Devil 0 Fs since they kill his Asians.
Yeah, this movie is not for Lando.
Yeah, it's really not. They kill a lot of Asian chicks, and he'd just be sad. He really, dude even gets interrupted jerking off to some Asian porn. Like, there's so
and
many...
it gets his ball crushed with a fucking ball pit hammer. Not ball pit hammer, but a fucking pipe wrench.
It's just bad. But Lando gave 0 Fs, which is a terrible rating, Lando. You're fucking wrong. I just want to say, right? But, Elmo, this was your choice. And again, as I said, it's an excellent choice. What rating? How many Fs did he get from you, bro? Is this motherfucker triple F rating?
I think it is. That's my opinion.
Triple F.
Yeah, I do surely concur with that motherfucking statement. Elmo 415 up in this bitch. I do. This motherfucker is definitely triple F rating. It was freaky. It had fucking moments of fear in it where it was like, that's just some scary ass shit.
This could happen to anybody that way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just some shit that could happen in real life, and it was fucked up because wow, man. Like, that dude was eating human meat on top of everything else too. Like, there were just little sprinklings of fucked up in this moment, like, or in this movie. Like, just there's a little fucked up over here, a little fucked up over here, a little fucked up here. Jesus. Chuckles?
I give it triple F rating. Yeah, it was really good because there was so much fucked up shit that happened with the gore scene. I really loved. The only freaky part was pretty much like the cannibal killer because he was freaky as fuck. But I still give it freaky. And the fear, it just like I said before, this shit legit happens in real life. So be aware of your surroundings. So yeah, I give that triple F rating.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched this, I was like, holy shit, he's a school bus driver, and he's got... and it's like a girls' school bus, too. It's like from like one of those Catholic girls' schools, and you know this fool's like a fucking chomo rapist, like serial killer, like, and you're just like, bruh, no, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, can I switch this shit to a positive note that's not fucking creepy?
But
you know, there's
we are on a horror movie show. I don't know why.
Look, hey, yeah, but I can still do it.
Right.
Check it out because it is also No Fucks Given Radio, right? And I heard this little rumor of this cipher that like features most of the hosts. You know, us three included.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
DKB's on that bitch. Noose is on that bitch. Mike Recca's on that bitch. Right? There's all kinds of motherfuckers on that bitch, and it is at the moment unreleased. You know. But I mean, I could just play it on the radio at the end of the bra. I ain't playing it on YouTube because then I can't edit it out. It'll just be there permanently. And I ain't releasing it like that yet, fuckers. Ah, ha, ha. Right? But should I play it on the radio, gentlemen?
Play that shit.
Right? So for everyone over there listening on the YouTube, check out No Fucks Given Radio. YouTube, Facebook, fucking, like, subscribe, check the fucking bell notification so you know when we going live and shit. Get the app, NFGR Live, right? But for right now, if you want to hear a dope-ass motherfucking track featuring a bunch of dope-ass MCs, go to NoFucksGivenRadio.com because I'm about to play that shit, right the fuck now. But for this, deuces, fuckers.